Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Graphic Word Podcast, here to connect nerd culture to faith and leveling up our lives as we go about it. Thanks for tuning in, and here's what we have in store for you today. Patient Justice, a lesson from David and Naofumi from the Rising of the Shield Hero. Back a few years ago, I got into a fantastic anime series, The Rising of the Shield Hero. What made this show amazing and also frustrating was the treatment of the main character, Naofumi. I say that it was frustrating because this guy is teleported from his world to a fantasy world, asked to save a kingdom from destruction, but is treated like trash because he is the weakest hero of the four noble heroes. Not only that, they frame him for some pretty awful stuff and run him out of the kingdom to fend for himself. Naofumi, of course, doesn't like how he is treated and at first is very vocal about it. But over time, he resigns himself to just push through it and live with integrity. This guy legitimately looks to help the kingdom and serve the common folk. He is the best hero amongst them. Over time, you find out that Naofumi was actually being oppressed in more nefarious ways by certain members of the monarchy. Yet, he still stands or fights for them and the country. You really root for him so much in the first season. Naofumi reminds me a lot of David's character when he started out, before becoming the king of Israel. David is seen as this little runt that is disregarded because he is a shepherd, but ends up taking on the giant Goliath that everyone is too scared of. David's popularity grew the more he fought for his nation, but it was King Saul who really had a problem with him. This problem developed from frustration to multiple near-death situations to a manhunt for David. Even when David was king, he was hunted down and dethroned by his son Absalom. Talk about not catching a break. In Psalm 61, we see a familiar saying that is in David's Psalms. O God, listen to my cry. Hear my prayer. From the ends of the earth, I cry out to you for help when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the towering rock of safety, for you are my refuge, a fortress where my enemies cannot reach me. And that's verses 1 to 3. Sounds like a typical psalm or cry for help, but it changes in verses 6 and 7. Add many years to the life of the king. May his years span the generations. May he reign under God's protection forever. May your unfailing love and faithfulness watch over him. He is praying for their benefit, while being treated like trash. He is being humble and patient that God has it covered. That right there is called patient justice. And in the end, God does help him. So, are you feeling unfairly treated or wanting to right some of the wrongs that have been done to you? Have you tried taking these injustices to God and giving him control over how it is resolved? How can you develop your sense of patient justice like David and Naofumi have? Hey there. If you are a fan of the content that's been brought to you in this episode, you'll definitely want to check out our social media connections. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and even TikTok. Just go to @GWNerds and you'll be able to find all the stuff that we've been doing lately and all the fun stuff that we get to be a part of. But if you want an even deeper dive, you should join our Discord community. And you can do that by going to discord.io/GWNerdsUnite and be a part of what we're doing. Interact with us, chat with us on live for our video game nights, for our Bible study nights, or even just to connect with fellow gamers, nerds, and what interests you. And if we want to take it even a step further, if you've got some ideas of, what would be cool topics to bring up down the road, or have some questions on how your nerdom might connect to faith, we'd love to have your input there on our Discord channel too, to be able to create the content for you guys, because this is what we're here for, to invest in nerds, to grow and level up together, but being able to grow in our faith and level up too. So thank you again for listening. Hope you are having a wonderful day.